Hey, Red Wolf here, or at least in this skit, Mr. Unqualified. I had an excess of material, and I got really off topic when it came to the animals, so here's little bits about it with the animals. Ignore the review so much. Not really a review, more of a watching memes and talking about them, but isn't that really what all these things are? Hope you enjoy. First meme. Mess with the pando. Ego commando. See, a lot of people don't know this, but pandas may be cute. Pandas may be adorable. Pandas may be an internet sensation, but you give them a firearm, they're psychopaths. All right. Number 6 rule of safety: never give a panda a gun. Okay. 10 out of 10 safety for sure. For sure. Most important lesson that I taught you today. You're welcome. The sooner you get started, the better. How to talk to your cat about gun safety. See, little do people know, back in the 90s, there was a lot of gun crime. A lot of crime in general. A lot of people contributed that to gangs. But in reality, it was between cats and dogs. They made a documentary about it. I remember it as a child. I think it was called Cats versus Dogs. Dogs versus Cats. The key thing is to keep firearms out of their hands. Because just like the pandas, they just don't know when to stop. I'm going to show you a few examples. You don't believe me. I'm going to show you a few examples. It was on that day that Tom had enough of Jerry's poop. See this? See that? This is too much. When you have an issue with someone, you don't bring a gun unless it's a life-threatening issue, right? If you have differences, you communicate. And if it has to be violent, then find a less lethal violent option, box or something. But animals, they just don't understand this. Tom and Jerry could become very good friends. But if this goes south, that friendship will never arise. Keep your guns away from your cats. Or just don't keep one in the chamber. They don't know how to chamber it, so if you don't keep a round in the chamber, then the cats can't hurt you or themselves, or the mice. But I have more examples. Don't you just wait. You just wait. I got more examples. You think it's just cats, right? You think it's just cats? Check this out. That's him. The guy who said my mom was a poodle. See, this guy is doing good by keeping his firearm away from the dog, but he's letting the dog enable him into this evil act, okay? Maybe that guy did say his mom was a poodle, okay? Maybe his mom is a poodle. Sometimes your moms are poodles, all right? Yeah, actually, most of the time. It's just, there's plenty of them out there. I'm just saying. I'm not calling your mom a poodle. I'm just saying there's a lot of them out there. But should you stand by your doggo at every point in time? He'll stand by you, sure, but he doesn't know right from wrong. You do, my friend. So when he's trying to encourage you to do wrong, you do right. You can go to that guy. You can confront that doggo. Talk to him about not calling your doggo's mom a poodle, all right? There's no need to be bringing guns to it. Guns are for serious situations only, all right? Not for settling minor, prideful, nonsense issues. Use your words. If you have to use violence, use less lethal methods. Box or something. And now we have this. When the postman started carrying mace, it kind of escalated things. You need to realize, mace, minigun. Mace, minigun. See, a dog doesn't recognize. These are two very different things. He sees M and M, and he's like, M and M. This is good. This is fair. This is equal. It's not equal. Mace, minigun. Me and you know this. Me and you are wise, smart, careful, safe. The poor little doggo, he's ready for war. Keep your dogs away from your firearms. Or just don't keep around in the chamber. Because, if you don't keep around in the chamber, the dog doesn't know how to rack it. And so, but I guess with the minigun, I don't know how it's applicable to a minigun, man. I'm moving on in my life. If you are going to get your dog engaged in more combative measures, you need to know it can go south. Teach morality first. Combative skills next. Otherwise, this cute little guy right here, ready for battle, being taught by his master, he may very well end up like poor little Penelope here. It all started with some tactical training and just went downhill from there. Finger on the trigger guard, anger in their eyes, probably leading some form of mafia. You might find some pride in that, but they're gonna die with a face full of cocaine, surrounded by police officers. You might find that an acceptable end to their life, but their life will end. And then where will they be? Not with you. Keep your guns away from your animals. I will be giving you a little bit of life advice. Yes, that's right, and I'll be doing it through memes to hopefully help you stay and pay attention and hopefully be entertained. Enjoy. First meme. Random fact. Shooting a gun causes the same chemical reaction in the brain as a passionate kiss. No. It does not. It might have a similar one, your first time shooting maybe, a little bit of adrenaline and stuff, but I personally have found that sometimes, especially if you're really into the person that you're trying to kiss, it's a lot more nerve-wracking than shooting a gun, for sure. Get the jitters, shortness of breath, adrenaline kicking in. Sorry, shooting a gun just doesn't compare to kissing a woman that you're real into. Next meme. First dates. They're a big deal for the whole family. A lot of fathers like to joke around about this. Some of them are deadly serious, and I don't blame them. But in reality, you just gotta teach your daughter how to spot a scumbag, and you won't need to worry about using a firearm against them. 2 key things that I recommend. 1, earn your daughter's respect. Be a father, but earn her respect. So that way she wants to talk to you about these things and problems and crushes and stuff like that. And 2, tell her if she really wants to know if a guy cares about her, to do 2 things. 1, tell him he needs to earn her father's respect, right? Not because you're the father and you dictate who she dates and doesn't date, but because if the man is just trying to get some, he's gonna be like, is this worth it? Now I gotta work for it. Maybe not. Then he's gonna dip out, right? If he actually cares about her, he's more likely to actually try and earn that respect, right? He's probably going to fail. He's probably going to be a little incompetent, a little foolish and stuff. But if he's actively trying to earn your father's respect, he's got a much higher chance of actually being the real deal, actually caring about you and stuff. But if you want to be extra super safe, to know that he cares about you, you don't want to get hurt, tell him that you want to wait until marriage before doing the thing that people do to make a babies. If he actually cares about you, he's going to. I mean, he might be incredibly annoyed about it, but he's going to. If he doesn't care about you and he hears this and he just wants to mess around, he's going to be out. Now, it might be painful, might hurt. If you know a homegirl, he's scum. Find someone better. Those are my 2 advices to prevent your potential boyfriend from getting shot from your daddy and find out if he's the real deal. Next meme. Uses real $500 holographic sight on a $30 Nerf gun. He's getting his money's worth, right? You want to get the most use out of it? The price of something is only expensive if you never use it, right? You buy a $10 hat, but you never wear the hat. It's a waste of $10. You buy a $100 hat, but you wear it every day. That's $100 well spent. I think this guy's just getting his money's worth out of that holographic sight, and I can respect it. You might break your holographic sight, but you know what? You're getting your money's worth. And you're not putting anyone in danger, except for in danger of a foam dart to the face, but you know, you can handle that. Come on. Next meme. Man hiding behind what looks to be like a wooden fence. Cover. Yeah, I love this meme. And you need to know the difference between cover and concealment. Concealment helps hide you a bit. Cover actually protects you from some shells and stuff like that. That wooden fence ain't gonna protect you from nothing. It'd slow it down, but it's gonna really save you. Nah, focus on your target and taking down your target. I'm going to be reviewing some gun safety memes and hopefully help teach you to be more safe with firearms. Disclaimer, I am unqualified for all these things, and if you take any of my advice and suffer for it, it is on you, not me. I am saying right now, don't take my advice, and I'm saying it specifically so I don't get sued. If I could be sued, don't want to find out. So, here we go. I hope you enjoy. First meme. This firearm has no brain. Please use yours. This is actually incorrect, see? It isn't a matter of intelligence, which is what this meme is implying. Safety is all about habit. You can learn every rule, you can master every rule book, you can go to every teacher you want, but it is only after you have developed the habit of safety that you will be safe. I give this meme 1 out of 10 when it comes to safety because all it is really doing is insulting people and not actually helping you be safer. So, 1. Get out of here. Next meme. Do you want to become a pirate? Because that's how you become a pirate. This is a very common thing that I bet all of you already know. Without the stock on her shoulder and the fact that her eye is right next to that scopity skip thing, she's gonna get clipped right in the eye when she pulls that trigger. If she pulls that trigger, which I don't think she's actually gonna do. But let's get a better example of what to actually do. Alright, now check out this guy right here. See, good teacher and a good student. You notice how the monkey's hand isn't on the trigger at all. See how far back the monkey's face is from that scope? Yeah, he's not going to be clocked in the eyeball. He's doing good. See, he's even got his hand up there. You can tell he's really paying attention, and he's really going to aspire to be a great student one day. And a fantabulous marksman when the monkeys finally rise up and destroy us all. So this is the do. And that is the don't. Moving on. This meme I'm going to give a 7 out of 10 when it comes to safety because they actually are teaching you what not to do. And I like it. 7 out of 10. However, the monkey gets an 8 out of 10 because obviously he's got things going on. His teacher knows what he's doing and he's really active and engaged in teaching his student. 8 out of 10 for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Good job. Next meme. Think you're a tough guy, huh? Finger outside the trigger guard. and no magazine inserted. Duh. See, I think they're actually insulting him, but this is exactly what you want to go for. When your habit is to never point a firearm at somebody, even when there's no magazine inserted, no round in the chamber, you never pointed at him. Awesome. Also, finger out of the trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. Awesome. Even if there's no magazine, even if there's no round in the chamber. It doesn't matter. This is good. I don't know if it's insulting them or if it's complimenting them. I can't tell. But whoever made this meme is a moron. The guy standing behind it, I give him a 10 out of 10 with safety. The meme itself, because I think it's insulting a man for being very good about his safety, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10 because it's a crap meme. Next meme. Countdown to life lesson. 3, 2, 1. This is not about poor safety so much as absolutely dismal training, right? Obviously, it's incredibly poor safety too. I assume this child is not actually firing this firearm. If they are, then I consider it absolutely, utterly, dismally safe. And it should be the father or whoever's teaching them that points out before they pull the trigger, this thing is going to fly back and hit you in the face, kiddo. Making a joke about it, not pointing out things, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. I don't like it. I just don't like seeing the kid with a big old firearm like that and thinking that he or she might be getting cracked right in the face. I don't like that at all, man. If you're teaching the child and the child gets hurt, it's your fault, not theirs. Don't care how stupid they're being. Don't care what mistakes they made. You're the one teaching them and they're a child, man. 95% of what you should be doing is making sure they're safe. Yeah, I'm going to give this thing a 1 out of 10. I don't like it. 1 out of 10. Bah, get out of here. Next meme. What is some things that your dad says? I love you. You make me proud. Good job. Never point a gun at a person unless you intend to shoot them. Always practice trigger discipline. Always check a gun when you pick it up to see if it is loaded. Trigger discipline, I believe, is the same thing as just not keeping your finger on the trigger. Always checking the gun when you pick it up. This is actually something that I very much imprinted on my daughter. Anytime someone displays a handgun, to ensure, is that stupid thing loaded and is there something in the chamber? I love this meme. This is perfect. I know it's a classic, but it's perfect. Everything good about what you should be teaching your child when it comes to firearms. It's all the most important things. I had this one kid at a park with my daughter. He had a Nerf gun, right? He didn't even have any Nerf bullets in it. We started playing with this kid and we are doing a cool little like Squid Game thing, right? And he was the sniper that got to shoot us. He wouldn't point the gun at me, right? He would just like leave it up and he'd shoot at the ground with the Nerf gun. He's like, oh, I'm not allowed to aim it at people, right? And it's a Nerf gun, right? This isn't even a rule that I use with my kid. But did I ridicule for him? Did I insult him? Did I insult his grandfather who's made the rule? No. Like, that is awesome. That's awesome, dude. Who's gonna have an accident with a firearm? Not that freaking kid who doesn't even point a Nerf gun at people. Good, honorable kid. Good, honorable raising. And I love it. Love this meme. Love that kid. Love his parents for freaking teaching him amazing gun safety. Superior to even my training. I'm gonna give this a friggin' 10 out of 10 and just set you down with the respect that you deserve. Next meme. Loading a Glock. You're doing it wrong. All right. So the bullet is backwards, in case you didn't notice. Now, if you close this, I don't think the little bang bang thing in the back would go off. The primer, as the more prestigious would call it. But it could, I don't know if it got compressed. I'm assuming it's possible. But even if it went off, would it go through the steel slide in the back? Probably not. Probably severely damage it. Probably fragment the bullet. Maybe some fragments would spray out at you. Overall, don't do this. Yeah. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 because it's clearly showing they're doing it wrong. And I elaborated the rest for you, which they didn't elaborate. So 9 out of 10, you know, pretty good. Not perfect, but who's perfect? Next meme. You really should be saving for your retirement instead of buying guns. Where are you going to be 40 years from now? Me. Safety-wise, he's got his finger on literally both triggers, right? Like, this guy's a collector, but I don't think he's much of a shooter. I don't think he could handle the recoil of whatever the flip that thing is. And don't ask me, I'm no professional. Looks like some kind of shotgun, but I have no idea. But yeah, so on a safety scale, I'm giving this a 2 out of 10, homie. 2 guns attached to the same flippin' one. That is just a recipe for hitting everything except your target. I mean, you'll probably hit your target too. It looks like that top weird mutation is a shotgun of some sort, and the bottom one is a possibly fully auto submachine gun of some sort. So, I mean, he's gonna hit his target, but he's gonna hit everyone else. I give it a 2 out of 10. Sorry, Grandpa, but you gotta learn gun safety. Next meme. Know the difference. Cold gun. Gun that always needs to be treated as it's loaded at all times. I'm assuming cold and hot gun is the more prestigious lingo for like there's a round in the chamber and it's ready to go, and there's not. But as you can see, that gun is completely frozen, and every other gun, it's showing literally every other gun should be treated as though it is always hot or ready to shoot. And I like that. 10 out of 10. This gets a 10 out of 10 because it's teaching the most important rule, which is you treat that gun like it's friggin' loaded, even if it's empty. There's no magazine in it. Keep the finger off the trigger. Don't frickin' point it at people. And stay safe, my friends. 10 out of 10. Come on, set this delicately down, because you're an amazing meme and you deserve it. Next meme. Okay, here is a prime example of this has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. It's got to be a joke. Okay, but even still, always treat it like it's loaded. I assume he has it unloaded. There's no way. They wouldn't even really block out the sound, I don't think. But yeah, never do this. Never do this. Earplugs. Or your fingers, man. Just holster the gun and put your fingers in your ears. This is cracking a joke at it, not necessarily teaching it, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, alright? Because it's sarcastically trying to point out things, but not really teaching anyone anything. That's where, hey, this is funny, maybe I should do it. So actually, I'm going to knock it down to like a 3 out of 10. Sorry, but you're kind of crap. Sorry. Be more definitive. Next meme. Another perfect example of treating a gun as though it is hot or ready to fire. And one slip away from blowing out his brains. I don't think it'd make it to his brains. Shotguns are pretty powerful, but I feel like it would. Oh, okay, maybe it would. I don't want to imagine that too much. But yeah, so even in modern day katana swordsmanship, at least with the Iaido or whatever, they actually treat their swords with extreme reverence and won't even use them as a cane. I recommend you do the same with a gun. Don't use it as a freaking cane. Prop yourself up. Especially not barrel side down, but not this way either. No bueno, homie. Keep that barrel away from your butt. Don't be safer. I like this meme. 8 out of 10 when it comes to safety. Very nice. Teaches you very specifically. Next meme. Always remember to keep your guns on no pew when not in use. Or, more importantly, don't leave a round in the chamber when not in use. You can have the safety on 2. Fine with that. I have no qualms with that whatsoever. But when it comes to teaching somebody safety, 9 out of 10. I like it. You know, I don't give it a 10 out of 10 because, again, safer gun, don't have a round in the chamber. Period. Or somebody picks it up and doesn't realize that it's loaded and breaks the rule that you should never break, which is always assume the flipping gun is loaded, even if there's not a magazine in it. Can be one in the chamber. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad. Not ideal. Not ideal, but not bad. Next meme. Manual safety. You mean keeping your finger off the trigger? This is a slightly controversial topic. I have a more controversial belief in it as a whole. Me? Do I have a manual safety? Do I ever leave it on? No, don't. But I also never leave one in the chamber until I'm ready to shoot.
Please, no!
Which all the gun prophets and self-proclaimed priests of the great gun religion utterly hate that. It is utterly taboo with them. They freak out. It's gonna get you killed. No, it won't. The safest thing you can do with your gun is not have a round in the chamber. It's the safest thing. In reality, what they're hinting at is you'll be able to draw and return fire quicker if there's actually a bullet in the chamber. If he's pointing a gun at you, your ability to quick draw that gun before he pulls the trigger, if his desire is actually to kill you, it's just not gonna happen, homie. Divert his attention, then try and get your hands on his gun or draw your gun. You're more likely to have a misfire than to be shot by somebody else. Except for you professionals and you know, perfect people out there. But I've never had a misfire. I've never had any issues. Never had any concern about accidentally shooting my firearm because I never have one in the chamber until I'm ready to shoot. I like to jump around. I like to play. I like to always carry a firearm. Do I have anything to worry about? No, because there's not a round in the chamber. But when it comes to a manual safety, do you need one? Not really, no. I would argue no. Unless you're carrying around with one in the chamber, then someone could argue it. I'm not going to because I don't have a safety on any of my firearms. So yeah, this meme, manual safety, does it mean keeping your finger off the trigger? I'm going to give it a 5 because I can't really judge it because I never have a safety. But at the same time, I never have a round in the chamber. And I do like that it's talking about keeping your finger off the trigger. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Meh. It's a meh to me. A next meme. All right, another one of these. We already know what's wrong here. They're circling it for us, which is nice because, I mean, if you've never shot a firearm, then I guess you wouldn't know. But yeah, now we all know how Nick Fury lost his eye. But because this is about safety, let's move on and let's see how we could do it better yet again. All right, you see this little guy right here? All right, his eyeball is really close to that scope, yes, but you see how tight he's pulling back that stock? Yeah, I think he's gonna be all right. Nick Fury eye patch. You would say I would rate it the same as the last one, but they're actually circling the issues, so people who are less inquisitive, I will say, will more easily and readily be able to tell exactly what they're implying and why it is wrong. So I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. One more than the last pyro one. Good job, Nick Fury. You took one for us all, but you taught us a good lesson. Next meme. How my dog sees himself when the doorbell rings. Yes, he's protecting you. Sometimes people will feel the same way. Sometimes people will look the same way when they're trying to express how much of a guardian they are. Now, as goofy as this doggy may look, he does have his finger in the trigger. I don't know. I was about to compliment him on safety, but he's got a finger in the trigger. He's smoking a cigarette, which means he's not only poisoning himself, but everyone around him. That armor, I don't think actually has any plate of any sort in it. Poor little Chihuahua man. Gonna have to give you a 2 out of 10. 1 out of 10, I'm sorry. It's that cigarette, man. I don't want you poisoning me. I don't want you poisoning my daughter. And I don't want you poisoning the world with your nasty chemicals. Next meme. You want some turkey? Come get some turkey. If I've taught you anything in this video, it's keep your firearms away from animals. They're crazy. They don't know how to handle them. This turkey may look competent, but I assure you, he's a psychopath. He's a danger to us all, at least with all those firearms. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And as always, have fun, be well, and most importantly, do good. I will also add this time to stay safe, especially with firearms. Bye.